Perfect time for my microphone to come loose. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Martin Pendray, who for the longest time, every time I saw his name come up, I would say Martin Penderi. I don't know if I was thinking of...
Yeah, like the whiskey.
Yeah. And I don't know why I would be thinking about whiskey, because I don't like the stuff. 69 tea.
Nice.
God, is that how long you've been a member for, Chris? I think Chris is the original channel supporter. Well, do. There's a name from the past. Gary IOW. Well, when I say
past,
from
meaning
the past,
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, as I was saying it, I remembered. But Gary was always in the Sunday night live streams. Anyway, we have a very handsome gentleman on for a chat tonight. Now, Ragical and I have a little bit of a history when it comes to live streaming, but I won't spoil the story just yet. But does anybody watching this now know what the story is about the last time Ragical and I live streamed together? I was still using the spare bedroom in the old house.
I don't know.
It was that long ago. So let's bring Sir Ragical. Do you see what I did with the title? Bring him on, Cal. There he is. Oh, being all bashful. Good evening, Ragical. You're now live. Okay.
Amazing.
Well, this is going excellent. Although
I'm just joking, mate.
I was gonna say, although I do feel this could just be Ragical being Ragical.
Well, at some point you gotta get unplugged.
Yeah. As I found out the last time, I think you were a guest on my stream, weren't you? And I was looking all
first live stream
professional.
Right, you asked me for live streaming, and I was tech support. We did the entire stream, right. And you were unplugged.
I was, but I had been unplugged for at least half the stream.
Oh, that's what that's.
So I had my headphones on, but I looked down and went, "Where's this meant to go?" And I was wondering, because I didn't have it set up so I could hear myself in my headset. But
yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah. Now, usually I would invite the guests to tell everyone who they are, but I would be absolutely gobsmacked if anybody here didn't know who you were. But I'm
so sick with horns.
Yes, so sick with horns. What did you say? Timu Sursek.
Timu Sursek. I'm more of an AliExpress kind of guy, Yeah.
But, have you ever bought anything off like AliExpress or anything? I've always been afraid to.
No, you can just don't buy expensive stuff. Just little things you can buy.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't buy like a car.
Yeah.
But if you buy some Christmas lights, you'll be fine, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe one day when I'm feeling brave, I'll do it. So, yeah. So I reached out to Ragical last week and asked him to come on. And it's just to hang out, that's all, and just chit chat. And like with Ragical, he used to be one of the Flat Earth debunking team.
Yeah, I still watch videos of that.
Yeah.
I just moved away.
Yeah, what that's going to be my next question. What made you just, because you did it pretty suddenly as well, didn't you? You didn't kind of slowly pivot. You just went, I'm done with Flat Earth.
Well, mostly because of around 2019, I think it was. I think I did a few videos still, but at some point I was like, I've done all the bloody claims. And even, I check in once in a while, and they still don't have new claims. That's the funny part.
Yeah, that's
2019.
The thing. And that's the thing. I was chatting to Team Skeptic a couple of weeks ago, and asking him about how he sort of pivoted away from Flat Earth. And like he said, he did it gradually. But I remember that yours was a more sudden change. And one of the things Team said to me is he's amazed that I've been able to keep the channel growing and everything by talking almost exclusively about flat Earth for as long as I have.
Yeah, you and Professor Dave are probably the only ones that did keep growing from flat Earth stuff. But you also do other stuff, right?
Yeah. I do other stuff as well. I've I do a bit of SovSit stuff, the odd Karen video, a bit of young Earth creationism. But I've the last couple of it I did this week, it was sort of an experiment, and thankfully an experiment that's gone well. I've been doing these sort of deep dives, which I'm very modestly calling mini documentaries. But it's sort of I did one like the history of flat Earth. Now I know that a lot of the people who watch me kind of already know the history of flat Earth, but I was amazed how many things came up in that video that I didn't know, and the number of comments I got then from people saying, so there is still new stuff you can sort of bring to flat Earth from our side in as much as the way you present the topic in a video. But as far as new topics, you're 100% right. Since you left in 2019, their arguments have not evolved even at the tiniest amount.
Nope. I see them on Twitter all the time. That's basically where flat Earth goes to die. And then you have TikTok, and flat Earth is dead there.
Yeah.
But they have this idea that they are actually still on the forefront of flat Earth development, whatever that means. The arrogance is really amusing to me. But the thing about flat Earth is they're always entirely dependent on us providing them with new talking points. That's kind of what it is. If we figure out something, or the scientists, if they figure out something, they will latch on and try to,
that's the weird thing.
That's what they do.
Yeah, but can you imagine if your life was sort of you saw I don't know, some scientific discovery or whatever it may be, and then your first thought is that must be a lie. Now I've got to dedicate 75% of my waking hours to trying to prove it's a lie. It's like, haven't they got anything better to do?
Well, I mean, if you have the bigger flat Earth, Dell is still doing stuff, right? I occasionally just check in if I can find some clips where he's raging. He doesn't rage all that much anymore, but he still streams and still talks about flat Earth. And I mean, it's like a group therapy session if you really think about it. They have some issues to work out, and then they wander around in their echo chambers, I guess.
Yeah. The funny thing is, though, Dell specifically, he seems to be continuing to talk about flat Earth as if the final experiment never happened. It's as if he's thought, well, if I completely ignore it, then the Earth is still flat.
Makes you wonder if Dell stands for delusional.
Well, yeah, it quite possibly does. He'll pop into the side chat of these live streams every so often and give me a load of abuse that I just really don't care about. But that's one of the things I've started to notice with flat Earth is how much more toxic it's become since, if you like, I started my channel in 2018, and the difference in flat earthers now to the flat earthers then is night and day.
Yeah, well, I think the entire world is, going to shit in a.
I was about to say, I feel like that kind of goes for everything, like in general at the minute.
Yeah.
But we also had Nathan Oakley, who's always been a shitbag the entire time. So
yeah, exactly, and he's definitely not changed the record, has he? Let me just quickly read out this super chat. Hey, Ragical, have you considered collaborating with Sir Sick?
I don't know who this guy is. Sounds very handsome.
Yeah, he'd be in good company, wouldn't he? But I think
he was in the side chat just now.
Oh, he's been and gone.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still here, but I spotted him in the side chat just now.
I could smell the whiskey.
Yeah. So, why did you jump on Sovereign Citizens then? Was it just a slightly different flavor of stupid, and you thought it was closely enough related to keep people who were interested?
No, I was just completely done with flat Earth and was trying to find a new topic. I might go back because I kind of want to have more variety. But the sovereign citizens and Moors and sometimes the Karens, it's mostly because of well, we used to have like a little group where we would hang out and talk about stuff, and I got a tip of to move forward towards the flat Earth, leave the flat Earth behind, kind of like what the late Schrödinger cats did.
Yeah.
So I kind of followed in his footsteps, and well, he sadly passed away.
Yeah, that's right. Schrödinger's cat left. He kind of left flat Earth and went over to sovereign citizens in the same way you did, didn't he? He did it fairly,
Yeah, he was looking more for a community. I kind of do videos, right? I just find a video and do stuff to the video, and if I can work with it, I make a video about it. And he kind of wanted to have like the dialogue with people as well, not just not just the sovereign citizens, also the frauditors. The people that go into buildings to film and harass people.
Yeah,
and even still flat earthers though.
Yeah,
But we kind of grew apart all over the place.
Yeah,
kind of the first time I talked to you again.
Yeah. We haven't spoken for God a long time, time. But I did a video right on Friday about a guy called Cycling Mikey, and let's say it's divided the comment section. Now, the way I saw it is he was kind of like a super auditor, because I know he's not doing exactly the same thing as auditors, but I saw it as similar behavior. Now, if he wants to catch people and report them, that's fine. But I just don't
see. An auditor would do, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see why he feels the need to upload them to YouTube and put people's registration marks and everything out there. It's
because they all do it for attention.
Yeah.
Do you know who Cycling Mikey is, Raj?
I'm assuming it's a Brit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. He's actually.
I don't really. I don't really look into the British frauditors and sovereign citizens that they have, or the free man of the land they have, right?
Yeah.
It's more America I look at, and sometimes Australia.
This Cycling Mikey guy, that was just my sort of, if he was the type of person I made videos about already, what type of person would he be? And I would say he would be the most closely related to an auditor, a frauditor, whatever you want to call them. But
now there was this thing.
Really surprised how.
Go on.
Yeah, sorry, man. I was just going to say I was really surprised. I knew it would be divisive. I didn't realize how divisive.
It's a divisive topic. I mean, I get the stupidest comment I had in the last few weeks. I just went over my channel and I was looking at all the variation I have.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about skin color variation.
Yeah.
And the last few videos I did was I think 2 hillbillies, one white guy and 3 white Karens. And I got a comment like, "You're a bloody racist for doing black videos." And I'm like, "Mate, this is an old video, and the last 5 videos are all white people. What are you on about?"
Yeah,
it's reactionary what they do.
Yeah, it's crazy. The other day, I can't remember what video it was on, and I don't remember what the comment was, but it basically implied that, remember, something you said was racist.
Yeah.
And it was like, that person clearly, I don't know, was having a bad day or something, because like it just, I looked at that section that they said sounded racist, and I was like, how?
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. That's the internet. It's like people are looking for things to get offended by sometimes.
Yeah, that has changed as well. People are offended by anything just to be offended, and I'm like, man,
yeah, and it does feel like that sometimes. And it's funny because, like, it's who do we make videos for? So I try to make videos that my whole audience will like, but then some people will leave a comment if I say something that upsets them, as if I made the video specifically to target them.
I'm assuming it's kind of a projection or something. Maybe they
Yeah,
want to be a sovereign citizen or a frauditor as well, and then they see this
yeah,
video, or maybe
yeah,
they've been fed all those other videos. You know, it's like, I mean, there's like these cycles on the internet, right? Someone is against religion, for instance, and
yeah,
follows. There was way back in when the atheist movement was moving around, and online atheists are not, in my opinion, the irreligious people. You know, I don't care about religion. If you're religious,
yeah,
go on. If you're not, doesn't bother me. But these atheists that are on the internet, they basically made it their business model, and they have to make some kind of drama and conflict, and then they start to,
mm,
you know, be antagonistic and very loud and noisy.
yeah,
And coming from that, the people who kept watching those, I mean, it died down, the movement. Atheists still are. I wanted debates, you know, the normal debates where people are you know, talking to each other with respect,
yeah,
letting each other finish a sentence. And
yeah,
the problem with that is most people that come from that era suddenly see that they are, well, wrong about their behavior. You know, there's no
yeah,
debate when you start screaming or start flame baiting.
yeah,
It's like you said earlier about everything in the world is just like that at the minute, though. Like, there's no calm debates going on. Not everyone's just screaming at each other at the moment.
It's all polarization.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's one end of the extreme or the other. Like, there seems to be no sort of middle ground being represented anywhere. It's like you're either massively this way or massively that way.
It's chronically online. That's the problem, I
Yeah.
think, because
yeah,
everything gets amplified on the internet. I mean, we used to say keyboard warriors, right?
yeah,
And then you meet them in person, and they're little kittens.
mhm,
Yeah.
So, but on the internet, the anonymity of the internet, for instance, is well, you
yeah,
can basically be an asshole and
yeah,
don't suffer the
yeah,
consequences. But be an
yeah,
asshole in real life, and
exactly.
the consequences will find you.
Yeah, of course they will. Of course they will. And that was one of the things, you know, about again to reference Friday's video is that his approach to what he's doing. I get why he does it, but I don't think he should be doing it because he's an older guy. He's the same age as me, exactly the same age. We were both born in 1972, but I will say he looks at least 10 years older than me, right? So he looks like a proper old man. He doesn't know who he's kind of catching. And my fear would be that one day he'll catch somebody and it'll get physical. And, is he then, is, is it going to be worth it if and when that happens? And
Yes, for
it
him.
probably will at some point. But yeah, he probably considered himself some sort of martyr then, wouldn't he?
Well, no, I was gonna say these like they're purposefully antagonizing people, and so because what they are doing is technically and legally they're not doing anything wrong. They're just being knobheads. So if someone attacks Mikey or any of these types of people, they win because Mikey's gonna get loads of views.
Yeah.
Which means he's going to get loads of money, which is exactly what he
Yeah.
wants. It's
Yeah.
just attention.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That was another
entire point, yeah.
interesting. That was another interesting thread in the comment. Let me just address these members. Dob Views has gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you, Dob. They get awarded. I don't. It's just randomly, but there is a setting you've got to make sure you've got turned on. And nope. Oh, nope. Right. I didn't know which letter to put where then. Nope became a YouTube member. Thank you, pal. Very much appreciated. Yeah, so
they changed that. I can't see them in the chat.
Oh, you can't see them.
I only see the rankings, you know? That's something new as well.
Right. Oh,
I thought you should have been able to see them. I thought you could see them in the side chat, no? Oh, where's he gone?
I don't know. Oh, he's left.
Yeah, he's disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, he's just.
Oh, what happened then?
I don't know. I got him back. You back, pal?
Wrong thing.
You hit the wrong button, did you?
Yeah, the wrong button. The button was not good.
No, the button wasn't.
The comments. Okay, no, I was clicking on the wrong thing. I don't know what I did. Something.
leave the technical issues to my side of the stream, Ragical. I'm so good at them and I'm so efficient.
Don't blame me, Troy Allen. It wasn't me. I didn't do
kicked me.
nothing.
Yeah, I
I
will
heard
defend
user has
Cal
been
on this one.
kicked.
So what we say, yeah. So about the Mikey video as well and the comments and everything. There were people who somebody said that it exposed my political bias.
What?
Yeah,
Since when
again
are
I don't know.
frauditors political though? They're never
Well,
political.
yeah, you know, I suppose this guy technically isn't a frauditor.
Yeah,
But
I think for full context, basically what he does is he's a cyclist and he has a GoPro on his hat. And
That
if
makes him
someone,
an asshole in definition, so okay.
yeah, exactly. I could have stopped at cyclist. But he essentially he goes to specific places in London, waits for people to be sat stationary in traffic on their phone, and then he records them. And in the UK, that is highly illegal. It's 6 points on your license. It's a fine. And for some people, that can mean losing their jobs, etc., etc. But he gets like this weird power trip over it. And his whole reasoning is when he was younger, his father was killed by a drunk driver, right? Very sad, very awful. But now he's got like a vendetta against drivers and he goes around acting like a prick because of it. You know, that's the sort of
Would be classified as harassment, though.
Yeah, and another one then was that I was also a vigilante, so how dare I call him a vigilante cyclist? Because of the type of content I make, because I tell people that they're wrong about things, that somehow makes me a vigilante.
So sorry, back to what I don't understand how in any possible way that could have been misconstrued as political.
Who knows?
As far as I know, sovereign citizens are not political.
No.
Frauditors are not political. They're just, trying to. The stupid thing about it is there's actually a guy that was in the Netherlands as well, right?
Yeah.
And people keep asking me, do you have sovereign citizens in the Netherlands? And we did have one, an actual one. There was a Dutchman who used the American Constitution. He wanted to use that in the Netherlands. And I'm like, well, that's going to be a short video. It was a short video because our cops just don't give a shit. They take you to the station if you just don't, produce your license and registration.
Yeah.
But yeah, how is he political?
Yeah,
they never talk about politics.
Yeah, it's very, very confusing. And if anything, they would be completely against any form of politics because they hate all government. Isn't that the point of these auditors?
Yeah, surely, they're supposed to be anti-political, aren't they?
Makes you wonder why they even have a driver's license, right?
Yeah,
or even pull over for the police.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't recognize the police. Well, okay, they want to play the victim, of course, because you have guns. Yeah. Well, you also have a Second Amendment. Let's not, start doing that nonsense. Because your Second Amendment in America doesn't mean you're allowed to kill people. It just means you're allowed to have guns.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people post threads online of Americans going to like Reddit threads or whatever and being like, does my Second Amendment apply in other countries as an American?
Well, they think it does.
There was a story a few years back about someone getting stopped in, I want to say it was a airport in Scotland, and they'd flown from like New York to the UK with a gun, and they acted like, I don't understand the problem, and they were like, well, you just brought a firearm into another country, and they were like, but I'm an American, I'm allowed a gun
in America.
Sadly, that sentence, I'm an American. I thought it was America.
Yeah.
Randy from South Park.
I thought this was America.
Sadly not.
Sometimes Americans are the stereotype, and it's hilarious and, well, annoying at the same time as well. But
the best Americans to meet.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, it's Andy. It was a knife, not a gun. My apologies.
Right.
You can't shoot with a knife.
The best kind of Americans to meet are the Americans who are self-aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are
That
just
can take a
the
joke as well,
best.
because sometimes I
Yeah.
make a joke and they take it personal, and I'm like, mate, it was a joke.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that
it's a double
happens with
joke.
me sometimes, and I'd like to think that people have been watching me and listening to the stupid things I say for long enough now to know that I'm joking when when I take the piss out of Americans, because why would I why would I wanna give my biggest audience a negative opinion of me? That would just be really stupid. It's called having a laugh, yeah, it's just it's like everything you talk about, it's always your brain is going to think, yeah, without the internet, none of that, we won't be talking about any of this because
The
people just
internet is
didn't
too
have
easy
the
to use, huh?
yeah, they just didn't have the opportunity to be such douches to each other all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
We
it
were
used to be the keyboard warriors back in the day that actually knew how
Yeah,
to use a computer, having to call in with your modem. And right now, everyone is chronically online and think the
yeah,
online world. The stupid thing is, when something happens on Twitter and they go out in the real world and they talk about it, sometimes people don't even know what the hell is going on, what they're talking about, because the internet is tiny compared to the actual world.
yeah.
But for them,
yeah,
it's their entire world, and that's a dangerous place to live in. That's kind of your own echo chamber. It's not good.
yeah, yeah. But that's exactly what the internet is for a lot of people, isn't it? It's just an echo chamber. Flat earthers hang around with other flat earthers, and
And the
so the
algorithm
story
also
goes.
doesn't help.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Because as soon as somebody watches one of those types of videos, it'll keep putting more and more of them, and then that's where the rabbit hole begins. Then, isn't it?
I saw a video that's like a long time ago, and it was just a bait to see what people would do. It was a lady sitting in a restaurant, and
Yeah,
she had her baby on the lap, and her boobie was out,
yeah,
breastfeeding.
yeah,
And the title said she was kicked out of the restaurant because she didn't follow the rules. Everyone was talking about the breastfeeding. Oh, that's impossible.
yeah,
So you're not supposed to kick people out for breastfeeding. That's discrimination against. But I'm like, mate, if you actually read the article, it says something about the very dirty flip flops she put on the table, and she refused
right, yeah,
to move them. And that was the point why she was kicked out of the bloody office. The office, yeah, they
yeah,
was kicked out of the office. That's what we're gonna go with.
yeah. But people will selectively hear.
The headline probably said something about
Yeah,
she was
they
kicked
only
out.
read headlines. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
That's what they react to.
yeah, yeah. But let me just. There's a couple of super
Yeah,
chats come in.
Super chat.
Pibble Punk, I've been telling people where things were going for 3 election cycles, and now I've been proven right. I'm having my human rights attacked. FML. Okay.
yeah, it's yeah, everything's going mad at the minute.
Ooh, super chat.
Ragical's vids are fantastic. HQ production always. First of all, none taken. And secondly, Ragical,
I mean, I have the best campfire on the entire platform. That's,
you probably do.
that's a fact.
Yeah, that's even a flat earther couldn't debate that point.
Nope. And I also have a very horizontal, horizon behind the castle. But you gotta ask,
Yeah.
you gotta thank Cow for that. She does all the editing.
Yeah, Ragical. That's another thing. I've said so many stupid things in conversations with other people. Like I asked Ragical, was Ragical a boy or a girl? Was
Yeah.
Ragical and then or Ragical?
Yeah, Roger Bull.
I don't know. I'm sure I forget to bring my brain all in there with me some nights.
It's a common question. Some people call Ragical him, and I'm like, well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
If you just assume it's gender,
Yeah.
is that still the hip
Yeah.
thing to say with the kids?
Yeah. Storm
I don't know.
Shadows.
I'm out of
Yeah.
touch with everything,
Yeah, no, I know. It's because that's the thing as well that I try not to do too much of is I try not to watch too much now of what others are putting out on similar topics to me. Because it doesn't sound like it's something you do, but comparing myself to other channels and then beating myself up because something's gone well for them and it hasn't gone well for me, or it was just driving me insane. It was. So I've sort of got rid of you know, my desire to kind of watch what everybody's doing, because I think I think it. Do you compare yourself, or am I right in thinking you just do Ragical stuff and that's it?
I'll do a really short way of how I do a video, right?
Yeah,
Start up the computer, and I'm like, okay, today I'm gonna make a video. Today, right? Not over in a few days. Today.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then I just go on the internet and scroll around a little bit. Sometimes I search, you know. I have a few websites, channels I actually check if they have some interesting stuff. But mostly I just scroll and get recommendations. Sometimes the
yeah.
recommendations have some good stuff, and I click on it. And I click through the video, see if there's something funny in there. Maybe watch 2 minutes of the first part, and then I'm gonna conclude if I can do something with it. I download the video, throw it in my editor, edit it. 2 hours later, video's done. Bam, uploading. That's how I do. I really don't look at. I constantly sometimes have people telling me, "Oh, this is old video." Yes, that's true. It's from 2022. But
Yeah.
but hold up. Let me see if I can actually. Oh, there it is. Does this look like the face of a man who cares?
It doesn't. No, it looks anything but the face of a man who cares.
Damn straight.
It looks
Look
very,
at
very.
my background. I fixed it.
See, I've either lost the legs, you know, so the green screen's got little feet on it, and I've either lost the little feet or mine is actually meant to be hanging from the ceiling, because that's where it is. But me and DIY have never been best mates, so I'm always apprehensive
Come to
every
think
time
of
I
it,
have to use it.
I forgot to extend the feet, so it's it might be a little bit wobbly. Oh, it is
That's
actually
good.
wobbly. You can't
it
see
looks
it because
solid,
it is a
yeah.
really good screen. Yeah, it's a good screen. I am really good at green screening. You know, that's what I do.
I am not.
Hold up.
Mine is half green screened and half.
So this is for the
oh,
gaming. I still have the gaming
Yeah.
stuff on. See?
Yeah. Oh, you've even
can
got
turn
it
that off, I think.
fading out rather than cutting off. I need to pay
It's just,
attention how
it's
these
just,
things work.
see, it's just. Why am wait? I'm mirrored or not? What am I? Is this my left hand? What's going on? Let's see. Turn it like that. Yeah. Okay. So up here and then like okay the other way. It's really strange. I'm mirrored and mirrored and mirrored.
Hmm.
I'm looking at this one is doing different than this. What's going on? I'm not used to cameras. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this one. See, it's my right hand on the. Am I even real?
I know. Looks very ghostly when you when you're moving your hands out to the side. Have you ever been tempted to do a video like this, Raj?
Well, I did do videos on the gaming channel. I also have a Ragical placed gaming channel. Mr. Android is always screaming at me for, you know, hey, when are you going to do a video game? That was like a month ago again. You know, I promised to do it and then I kind of stopped doing it because of, well, getting into this GitHub, you know?
Yeah.
It's a bit hard work.
Yeah, because I always had
full armor.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my indoor armor. Let's call it that.
That's your like your Hugh Hefner chilling out on the
Sunday
sofa
armor.
version. Yeah, Sunday armor.
Well, I don't know if you know Mortimer81, one of the original flat Earth debunkers. He had one of those videos where he goes, "Of course," you know. That's the first video I kind of made to when someone says something really stupid. I sent it to you, I think, on Twitter.
What was the first? Can you remember what your first encounter was with flat Earth? Like, what put it on your radar that made you go, "I think I'm going to make a video about this"?
Well, the thing is that someone told me I need to take my comments, because I was usually just commenting on videos, you know, making fun of them, and it was it almost looked like a script of a Ragical video. The funny thing is, someone told me you need to put a video out with that script, and I'm like, okay, well, what? How am I going to do that? So I came up with various ideas.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I just made this night guy, right?
Yeah.
And I put him in front of a castle, and I started doing my first video. And the first comment I had was, "Hey, you look like Sir Sick." And I'm like, "Who the fuck is Sir Sick?"
Yeah.
So I watched his videos now as well. So
So
I
I was
kind of
going
got
to
in
ask.
contact with his videos.
I was going to ask if you were aware of Sick before you sort
Nope.
of. No,
But after the first video, I became aware.
I think
And
I
he came
found
onto the
you.
video and he said, penis joke.
Yeah,
That was his first comment on my channel.
sounds
Penis
about
joke.
right. I think I discovered you before Sir Sick.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm almost certain I did. Because didn't
You're a
we
real one for that.
started the flat Earth nonsense about the same time, didn't we?
I think in 2000, I don't even know, was it 2018 or something?
2018, yeah, August 2018. I think I published my first ever flat Earth debunk.
Yeah, that's right. I think I started a little bit sooner as you. Maybe a few
Yeah,
months or something.
Yeah, I seem to always remember you being around.
I will say your name is one that I've been hearing since the start. You know, I've like
Yeah.
you're and you talk about like the other YouTubers. Ragical is a name that has been around. I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
you know, I've heard you talking for years. You know,
But going back to Mortimer and Cool Hard Logic, remember those guys?
Cool Hard Logic, yeah, the
They've been
other
around
name, no.
for so much longer. And well, they kind of still do stuff. Well, no, they don't actually do stuff anymore. They kind of stopped doing stuff, and
Yeah.
I think we kind of took the torch and you know, blew up the entire flat Earth in 2019. And
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is still kicking the dead. What is it? Beating the dead horse. Beating the dead horse. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. Because even
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'll never make a flat Earth debunk again, but right now, this second, I haven't really got much desire to do that.
I think it's at a point now where you just need to, unless something happens, just let them
The
be
moon
weird.
landings. You know, we're gonna get some moon landings. They're probably gonna kick off, you know, debunking that again.
Yeah.
They always need new stuff. The last thing I think they did was the moon is in the Earth's atmosphere, and that's true.
Yeah.
Technically, it is because there's still atmosphere out there next to the
Yeah.
moon. Little
Yeah,
particles.
Yeah, but they always leave out they always leave out the sort of the nuances of any explanation, don't they? Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
They basically manipulated that into, see, we were right. It is in the atmosphere, and I'm like, yeah, well, but you're still stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Moon landings are going to be fake. Yeah, that's the thing. See, whenever so if I'm on my phone and I see NASA making an announcement or something, my first thought isn't, oh, that's so cool. Well, it is, but my almost first thought is, I can't wait for these. I can't wait for the flat earthers to get hold of this now and make videos because there's my videos for the next month.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
it's basically what they do. They latch on to complete, you know, the funny thing is they never answer questions. They have never answered a question. And the moment they do, they leave the flat earth.
Yeah.
Which also brings me to a very simple point that there are no flat earthers. They're all faking it. Apart from the really stupid ones, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. See, I'm really torn about CC. I can't work out whether he's faking it and he's the best sort of improv kind of.
The one with the stick, right?
Yeah.
That was the video. I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
I know.
I cannot be. We started saying this theory as like a joke. And the more time goes on, the more I'm starting to think that we are all being duped by this guy and he's actually a genius.
Yeah, I tell you what, Carl, just for shits and giggles, pull that video up. Just type in CC Flat Earth and pull it up so we can show everybody because it was nuts. I've already got the video downloaded because I'm going to make a response to it because but I haven't had a chance to listen to what he was saying in it yet.
You don't really have to back it up because the movie encounter of Hollywood quality, where his wife walks into the kitchen and tells him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
along those lines. He uploaded that, and the only reason he uploaded that is because it got a lot of views. That's the only reason. Yeah. Which also is kind of the first video I was like, wait a minute, are you faking this shit?
Yeah,
are you just jerking our chains?
Yeah, because that's and then people get like, oh, I don't know, man. I think he really does believe the Earth is flat. I think he is that stupid. But like you say, the uploading his wife he wouldn't have done that. You know, if he would have been embarrassed that his
Yeah.
wife thinks he's an idiot.
He
And
specifically clipped
this
that part.
video we'll pull up now with the tree. It's like, come on.
It's brilliant.
He's either a comedy genius or
An actual buffoon.
he's
It's not just the tree standing like this. So.
yeah.
It's also him walking away and coming back, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. We can't hear you, you son of a bitch. Get over here. What are you doing?
He did that in a video a couple of months ago when he was at the beach and he went walking down to the bloody shoreline, but he left his camera like 50 yards up the beach, but he was still talking. Go on and let it play.
I find them hilarious. There's three flat earthers I find hilarious. CC right here. We've got Daniel Pratt. This man always... I play all my videos around 1.5 speed. There's only one person I actually have to pull it down, and that's that Lewis Rossman guy, who always talks very fast and always very angry about all the things. Right. But that man specifically talks about 2 times the normal speed of a normal human. So, but with Daniel Pratt, I actually have to pull it up to, I think, 2.5 speed with using a plugin. That man speaks so slowly.
He does. He does speak really slow. It's like his batteries are running out.
Yeah.
Just play a few seconds of it, Carl. Just
understand exactly why the sky.
Bloody ridiculous.
And understand everything.
It's when he comes back.
Now, flat earthers, you just become. For as many years as we've been doing this now, at this point, I'm disgusted. I just can't even. I don't know.
What? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Smarter than everybody, I'm not. But I just can't get in the conversation.
He comes closer to the camera now, and then the stick just completely obscures the view of him. It's like he's trying to play hide and seek. But with it. There he is.
And nobody.
This is so stupid.
That you live on a
You know what? I think I'm going to put a tree in one of my scenes, Yeah. And just put it in front of Ragical.
Every time I see him do something that stupid, it just reinforces my belief that CC isn't really a flat earther. And I know people will go, so you've been falling for it all these years. It doesn't matter. The CC videos are always the easiest to make, and in my opinion, always the funniest, because you literally never know what he's going to say.
Nope. You see? The scene right here? Then just put a tree right... Just put a tree right here, right in front of Ragical.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And every time I go behind the tree, the audio cuts out.
Yeah. But the one he did on the beach was worse than that. I think I spoke about it on stream a couple of weeks ago. He had his tripod planted there and he was talking to the camera like this, but then he decided he wanted to go for a stroll down to the shoreline, down to the water's edge, but he just left the mic and he just got gradually quieter and quieter until in the end, it was like somebody had muted him because you could see his mouth moving, but he was so far off, then there wasn't any audio from him at all.
The comedic timing of that was brilliant. So he must be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, he's got to be. I really, really think.
I'm convinced. I'm fully convinced that because he doesn't have much presence online, does he? He's just his channel is small.
Yeah, and he never responds to comments.
He doesn't engage with any of the debunkers. He doesn't upload on a schedule. And like you were saying, Raj, about the viral wife moment. Like I've seen channels with millions of subscribers reacting to that clip, and I wonder if these like the beach one, the one in the woods there, is he fishing for another clip to get taken out of context and made fun of?
It could very well be. But the funny thing is, he never goes viral. It's always someone else that takes his clips that go viral. So
because I would dare say that the wife clip has been viewed more times on my channel than it has on his channel because I've used it in so many videos.
Yeah.
And
so what is he actually gaining from any of it?
Yeah.
Unless it's
Tips
just
and giggles.
I was gonna say, unless it's just for a laugh. No
Yeah.
more, no less. Just because he can and because it's funny.
Yeah, because he doesn't interact with other flat earthers. I have seen him shill Dave Weiss's app,
Yeah, that's one thing
but
that we've said.
only twice.
Because that does kind of shit on our theory a little bit. Is because would he be chilling out a con man's app if he was actually in on the joke? You know?
Yeah.
Could be a very good cover as well.
True,
See, the
yeah.
problem with
it's
flat
good
earthers, you can't trust anything they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they're fake or real.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with CC, and this is the bit to me then that thinks maybe he is really like that, because he seems to have an issue or a problem with everything and everyone. The whole of Hollywood and every politician that's ever existed and is ever going to exist. He just thinks everybody is in on something, or is it just all part of the CC show?
100% authority man.
He's bizarre. He's absolutely bizarre. And then, you know, you've got the likes of Dave Weiss then, who is clearly, he's just in it for the money. The same as Mark Sargent. For them, Flat Earth is a cash cow.
Mark Sargent.
they're
Remember
never
that
gonna
video I
say-
did? I think it was a video on my channel where Mark Sargent is, I think you used it as well, where he's
Yeah.
basically, with a knife attacking his globe beach ball, and then it explodes.
Yeah,
And then
yeah. No,
was it like a betting thing or something?
I was going
he
to
was
say, I'm sure
promoting?
that was an ad read for a betting company.
Yeah, and the I can't remember what the actual tagline of it was, but it was essentially like
The
so
tagline-
easy, even an idiot like me could use
Yeah,
it.
no, that's what it's so easy. Even a flat earther could do it.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, it's a good slogan.
Yeah,
It is.
But yeah,
It's-
but the thing is as well, right? Mark Sargent is supposedly like the messiah of flat Earth, isn't he? You know, he's the one flat earther that all
I
other
know a
flat
few that
earthers are
would
aware
basically
of.
declare war on you right now.
Who is?
That yoga teacher? I don't know the name of him.
Schnozzle.
Oh yeah.
Eric
Yeah, what's the name?
Schnozzle.
Eric
Eric-
Dubé. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
And,
no,
I'm pretty
I
sure
know he
Al-
likes to think. I know he likes to think he's the flat Earth messiah, Raj. But what I mean is, more people know about Mark Sargent if they
Yeah.
know, if they know about the flat Earth nonsense in the first place. So he must realize that he was being paid to take the piss out of himself and all
Mhm.
his friends and colleagues.
That's exactly. I mean, I always say there's three types of flat earthers, right? You've got the scammers, grifters, which are the bigger ones that get some kind of monetary gain from it. Right now, you have on Twitter the copycats. I call them the trolling flat earthers. They basically just take the piss and are not actually flat earthers. They
Yeah.
just are rage baiting. That's all they do. And then you
Yeah.
have the ignorant people who have no clue about anything, never finished their school, and then all of a sudden they become a flat earther because a guy on their magic computer box said the Earth is flat, and you
Yeah.
are the victim of indoctrination, and that jives with them. See,
Yeah.
I told you guys, school is bad.
Yeah. That's the thing, see, is if they've had a bad experience in education, and then when they're no longer in education, somebody tells them that, maybe they think,
Mhm.
so that's why I didn't understand anything, because they were teaching us all the wrong stuff.
I mean, yeah, I think for some people that probably is it, but that's usually more of a slight on them than the education system. Because I had a terrible time in school, but it didn't turn me into an absolute idiot. Do you know?
Or did it?
Oh, well, yeah, maybe it did.
I don't know. I tell you what, I don't know whether it's dealing with the types of people we deal with on the internet all the time, or whether I am just getting more insane the older I get.
Well, that's true for anyone. If you're not a
Yeah.
little bit insane, you're not truly living, are you?
It's got no, that's true. It's got to have a negative impact somewhere down the line, hasn't it? It can't be healthy to deal with the amount of nonsense that that you have to deal with to be able to make videos about flat earthers for 7 years. It's just so draining.
You know, the biggest issue I always had is why is intelligence frowned upon? You know, you
Yeah.
see it in schools, you see it in television shows, you see it in cartoons. It's always the smart kid that gets punished, that gets bullied, you know, and I'm like, well, he's going to be your boss soon, so, you know.
Yeah, it's always been that way, isn't it? It's a really weird dynamic growing up where it's like it's seen, uncool to be good at stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it's like a sport or
I don't know.
they don't see academics as like talent growing up, if that makes sense. Even though it
Yeah.
is. If you're naturally gifted academically, that's a talent. But for some reason,
Yeah.
if you can kick a ball, people appreciate that more.
I mean, to be fair, the actual professors, you know, they are not really good at communicating with other humans. Let's say
Yeah.
that, I mean,
Yeah.
they are kind of awkward, you know. I'm
Yeah.
guessing, you know, Neil deGrasse Tyson, who does talk a lot out of his ass as well. But, you know, his presentation is sometimes really funny and sometimes way too loud. But, I mean, Brian Cox, that's a much better explanation for someone that actually is a good communicator for science, I think.
Do you find with Brian Cox, though, that I find sometimes he's pretty good at kind of dulling it down and making it more palatable. And then other times I finish watching one of his videos and I'm like, well, if that video had been in Chinese, I couldn't have understood it any less than I already do, and it was in English.
Yeah, he does have that. He does have that. But it also, you know, triggers you to go and find the answers, you know?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's like I always say, my older nephew, right? He nephew, cousin, I don't know what's the difference. You guys have a different word for that, but he doesn't know computers, right? And then he calls me, and I come over to fix something, but I have him fix it, right?
Yeah.
Like, show me what you do, and then I'll tell you if it's wrong, and then I'll tell you to keep doing it. You know, if it works and it works in his mind, that's the way he needs to do it. Because if I tell him something, it's just not gonna land. He just, you know, would be on the phone a week later, like, I wrote it down on a piece of paper, but I still don't understand. A technical man.
Computers are one of those things. They're wonderful while they're working if you don't understand them. But then as soon as they stop working in tandem with not having the best understanding of them, it's like my PC, the one that we run in this stream off now. Everyone says, "Oh yeah, it's brilliant. You've got awesome everything in it," and it's like, well, why do I have so many issues with it then? Does it hate me that much? I know they're called personal computers, but I didn't think they were meant to get personal.
That's actually a very good analogy. It gets personal.
Yeah, it's like it sees me coming and it's sort of
it's you.
Knuckles and right. What can we do to slow you down today? Because that's like when you said you can do a video, you know, find a video in a couple of hours and get it. It's like how I must procrastinate way more than I think I do.
Oh no, it's just the way I do videos. You know, I do the video while playing it. It's I don't write scripts. I just do it on the fly. That's
exactly how I do it, Raj.
No, but not anymore.
Not anymore. No, not with the new style.
The new stuff's taking ages.
Yeah, but
Well, let's be honest. You're also getting much older. I mean, I'm technically 384 years old.
You what?
Yes, I am.
Say that again. I
didn't hear what you said.
384.
Ah.
That's how I got to the future. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out computers. What do you think? I had a time machine that came over here? What do you think? That's not possible. I'm not Dr. Emmett Brown. We didn't have cars back in the day.
More than I have.
Now, someone actually told me the armor you're wearing is kind of reminiscent of that era. So he dubbed me 384 years old. That's how I arrived in the future, or present day for you guys.
Tim Tech Dude he's my he's my tech dude, and his name is Tim. and he fixes my computer for me. He's got this program that runs. He says it's doing a backup every night, but he could be like stealing all my data and stuff. I don't know, and selling it on eBay because that's what they do, innit? But I'd forgotten what I was going to say. Now, where's Tim's comment gone? It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, Jesus, I don't even know where to bloody look. I got a big screen for you that
I told you months ago having more than one screen was a bad idea.
I know. I'm all over the place.
You know, the problem with that is, just if I may, I have like a little screen over here, right? That's a tablet. If I lose my mouse somewhere, because I have like screens over here and a big screen over here, if I lose my mouse, I just tap on it, and then my mouse is right there. But I think there's like an option in Windows where you can triple tap your control key, and then there's like a little circle going around your cursor.
Yeah, the problem isn't that
I went on a tangent, didn't I?
No, I lost the whole comment, not just the cursor.
The tech support.
Right, that's what it was, Brian Cox. So it's so without science communicators like Brian Cox and Neil deGrasse Tyson and you know all the others, whoever they may be, do you think how much of a role do you think they've got in? So, you know, like I said just now, sometimes I listen to Brian Cox and it may as well have been in Chinese because I couldn't understand it anyway. Do you think that sort of contributes towards conspiracies as well because they can't understand it or it must be fake?
Yes, I think that's almost exactly why they are the way they are, isn't it? It's a deflection of their own intelligence.
I kind of think it's the same with accountability, right? You don't know something, then you have to take accountability for not knowing something, meaning you got to read a book.
Yeah.
And no one reads books anymore.
No.
I mean...
No, Callum does.
I do.
Callum does. He's strange, but no. I don't I think I always...
Yeah, you're weird. You don't read at all. Do you read, Raj?
No, not really. I just, roam around the internet and find topics I'm interesting, and usually if there's a video of it or some text, I watch the video instead,
Yeah.
I take everything at a first glance, everything I see on the internet, I always am looking for alternative sources, something other people don't do. They tend to take it at face value. It's kind of an annoying thing that happens on the internet.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's funny because people blame rabbit holes for conspiracy theories, but I would argue rabbit holes are the reason I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I love going down a rabbit hole of information.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing. So it's what you choose to do with the information once you've got it. And,
I guess.
Flat earthers in particular just seem to want to say, well, it doesn't make any sense to me, so how can it possibly be real? There's just some things the layperson can't wrap their head around. That doesn't mean it's fake.
I also think it's more exciting.
That's true. I saw a documentary, right, about Mars is not the place to go. It's better to go to Io, the moon, around... is it around Jupiter? I think it is.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But the thing about that is it's colder, but it also doesn't have as much radiation. It also is not a deadly radioactive desert. There is not constant barrage of sun particles. It's technically it's further away. That's the only reason why we're going to Mars. And I'm like, well, Mars is a shithole.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen Total Recall?
Yeah. Oh, not the newer one though, Raj. The original Arnie one, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen. I think I've seen meme clips.
Yeah,
that's how I watch new movies. I don't understand the remakes. I just don't understand it. Why that is a thing.
I've seen a couple that have been okay, but I haven't seen like Roadhouse, the new one. It's just Patrick Swayze.
You got to do a back kick for that,
Yeah, I know. I'm quite wedged in behind this desk, so I'll pass.
I have another excuse for that. My armor doesn't bend that way.
Yeah. Rabbit holes are good, echo chambers are not. And unfortunately, that's exactly the problem, isn't it? And that's exactly what the internet is. If you
The bot
find
blocking.
yourself in the company of people who already think like you.
Yeah, well, the stupid thing about the internet is when you find something, right? You type any topic, all of a sudden the entire algorithm says, "Oh, you like this topic? Well, here's another video of what you searched for." So if I'm searching for something to validate my own opinion, the algorithm will say, "Oh, here's some guy that actually agrees with you," and that
Yeah.
feels good. It's like those endorphins, you know. But
Yeah.
not all people have the skeptical mind, I guess, because the moment I see something, you know, I start to doubt it. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
start to think about how can I make it funny.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of the irony with the conspiracy theorists, though, isn't it? They claim to, it's the critical thinking, I don't believe what I read. Ironically, they do, because that's where they get all their information, is just
Yeah.
reading random, or not reading. Most of them can't read, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
They listen to people.
Yeah, but that's the thing with these flat earthers, isn't it? It's like, Professor Brian Cox is wrong and he's a liar, but Johnny in the Flat Earth Forum on Facebook, he's got all the answers. Why? Well, because he already agrees with you about the shape of the Earth. So why trust an actual astrophysicist when Johnny on Facebook says the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
Well, Johnny is right all the time, you know.
Well, yeah.
Have you met Johnny?
Yeah, I tell you, he's got a lot to answer for. But it is right about YouTube because I find that I'm a strange user of YouTube. My homepage looks different week on week. Like if my dog has been winding me up for the next week, my YouTube homepage will be filled with like dog training channels.
Yeah.
Or if I've been trying to figure out how to fix some sort of issue on my PC, then it'll be filled with, PC tutorials because I searched for that term once. And yet when I publish a video and I want that to be the case for the people who watch me, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, the YouTube rhythm. The YouTube
they call it an algorithm. It certainly hasn't got no rhythm. It's so bloody unpredictable.
I mean, especially the last few months, I heard everyone complain about it. I also saw your complaint video.
Yeah.
I saw everyone's complaint video about it, right? Help, my YouTube channel is dying. And I'm like, yeah, well, but there's a reason. And it's not actually dying. I have a theory.
Right. Do you know that YouTube have confirmed what the problem is?
Something about they're not counting the non-monetized views?
Yeah, so if anybody, no, it's not non-monetized views, it's so let's say now, let's say I publish a video tomorrow and 100,000 people watch that video. If 50,000 of them are using an ad blocker, those views don't even show up. They don't count. They're invalid views. So yes, unmonetized, but disguised as ad blocked views.
Why doesn't it show up in the algorithm then? Because or in the analytics, I mean, then split it up, split it up so we can also do something with the data.
Yeah,
because right now it's just causing a panic with like, oh shit, my YouTube channel is dying. I have like half the amount of views I used to have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the end of the sentence. The algorithm is just really strange. I have never understood why something works. Sometimes I upload a video, right? And it's like, oh, it's a good video. I actually laugh at the video myself, laughing at your own jokes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't perform. And then I have a video that I didn't actually put any work in and I throw it online and all of a sudden that takes off. And I'm like, where am I? Huh?
Yeah.
Is this
That's
YouTube?
generally what happens with me. The happier I am with a video, the worse it'll perform.
Yeah, you got to get angry, man. You got to get the drama in.
Yeah, and if I think, I can't be bothered here, but I better throw a video together and publish it, that'll be a 1 out of 10 then. Or a 2 out of 10, it'll do really well. It's as if, I don't know what it is. But that's certainly what it feels like.
I mean, you and I have probably tried all the things, right? Short videos. Sometimes they perform really well. but it doesn't really matter because the watch time is low and the actual subscribers you get from that is low. But then you have a long video that usually performs really good, and it doesn't perform at all, but it has extremely high click-through rate, extremely positive comments, extreme amount of likes. The watch time is through the sky,
Yeah.
but it doesn't perform. I mean, does the algorithm even know how it works itself?
Yeah,
That's the weird
that's the
thing.
thing, see. And whenever you ask, so I've got a YouTube partner manager, and I don't know how much of what I talk to this person about I'm allowed to say, but I will say that every query I ever give is answered with a URL to the the YouTube help pages, basically.
It doesn't
that's-
help. There was
No,
actually
yeah.
one. There's actually one thing. The copyright abuse on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I had one time in the entire existence. I had like multiple YouTube copyright strikes. The illegal ones that it's just fair use. And this one was actually taking down my video, 2 of them, and I got 2 strikes on the channel. And I'm like, okay, let's just contact YouTube. And it actually worked because they got a strike. Just 1 strike, though. They got 2 strikes from me. The strikes were removed after the weekend, and the person involved that actually helped me out reached out to me after it happened, and they basically explained what they did to the other channel. That it was one of those the viral content farms, that claim videos that they don't even own.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous because a 3rd strike means you're out, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, well, might as well,
Mm. But
That's quite literally the first time YouTube did it within a weekend. They worked over the weekend. I've never seen that before. Only one time, though.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, though? I think it's frustrating as well, because you see, like you were just saying about these content farms and stuff, and this is more visible on the shorts feed on YouTube. But it's like every other video is clearly it's an AI voice. It's an AI generated video or a generated collage of
disgusting
and it can be
slop.
Yeah, and the second I hear that AI voice, I just want to. Yeah, so do I, because it's like, as somebody who
don't
actually
recommend channel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of wonder where that button is, because sometimes I have a search, and on the search page there is no button to don't recommend the channel. There is none. It's only on the suggested page on the home page where you can don't recommend channels.
Yes, on the three dot menu, isn't it? But I've never, I can't say I've done that with the shorts feed, but
no, I have a plugin. I don't see shorts.
Yeah,
you can download a plugin so you don't see shorts at all.
Oh,
just
right.
remove them.
Right, I got to. Just quickly, Inquisitive Infidel says, I just realized how much I watch YouTube, so I switched to premium to keep me from having to click past an ad, and it benefits you guys. Yeah, it does. So it's YouTube Premium. It's that I think that's in the analytics on the back end. So I don't know how the money gets divided up, but technically speaking, if you pay for YouTube Premium, yeah, I do get a tiny percentage of that based on how much of my content you watch. But I don't.
I'll show you where you can find it. It's in the analytics somewhere. You can basically split it up.
It is there. It is there somewhere. It is there somewhere. But yeah. So I saw Callum answering a question because somebody asked about people who have YouTube Premium. Yeah, they count as normal views.
There seemed to be a bit of confusion because people in the chat were saying, "Oh, I've got YouTube Premium. Does that mean that my views aren't counted because I don't get ads?" No, YouTube Premium, they're still counted, and they are helpful views.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically what you pay to YouTube. It gets divided to the video content creators that you watch.
Yeah,
they get basically a part of that.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
That's how YouTube Premium works.
Yeah, yeah. And
instead of ad revenue, you get a part of the subscription model they pay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's kind of like a tip jar.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Like gets divvied up at the end.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so it gets shared out amongst the channels you watch. But yeah, so if you pay for premium, yeah, your views definitely. That's the thing. So see, everyone's views count, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But
At least I want to
you
see them.
know, yeah, I wanna see, okay, if YouTube wanna say, right, if it's an ad block view, you're not gonna make any revenue. That's fine, but doesn't that feel a little bit like punishing the creator for something that they have absolutely zero control over?
They punish the creators all the time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, but
the copyright system is quite literally backwards. We are
Yeah.
guilty until we prove our innocence.
Yeah, that's right.
And what YouTube are probably doing by punishing the creators, they're gonna want creators like you two and other creators going live and making videos saying, "Stop using ad blockers. It's hurting my channel."
Yeah.
But that's not what people are gonna do.
No,
So
people
it's
will
stupid.
never. Yeah, people will never ever do that, and I wouldn't ask
No,
people
it's
to because ads bug me
but
as well.
I
But
think that's
unfortunately,
that tends to be how YouTube do stuff. Put the burden on the creator and hope they convey that
That's
message
what they
to
do,
the
yeah.
viewer.
There's another thing though that they added. I saw it pop up a few videos ago. So when someone has a sponsor, right, and they talk about their sponsor in the initial part of the video, sometimes if it's an interesting sponsor, I let it play out, but most of the
Yeah.
time I just skip through, right? But
Same
there's
as me,
like
it
a white
depends.
dot. It started with a little white dot on the timeline,
Yeah.
like right here. So
Yeah.
there's like a little white dot, and you can click on the white dot, and then you skip the
That's right,
promotional ad. But there's another one. They actually added a button now. You click on the
Oh,
button,
they
and
really?
so basically YouTube is trying to eliminate the competition, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have sponsors because we don't get the money from that. That's kind of
Yeah.
their idea behind it.
Ah, yeah, I never thought of it like that. That makes a lot of sense when you say it like that.
Yeah, you're cutting YouTube
I
out of
only
the
saw the
deal.
button a few videos ago. I think yesterday I saw the button. I'm like, what is this? The skip
Is
ad?
it the jump ahead?
Jump ahead, that one. Yeah.
Ah, right. I haven't
quite
clicked on it yet. I've seen that on some. I don't know if that's something
Yeah,
that certain channels have.
it's for chapters as well, right? I mean, I add very
right.
simple chapters. It's like intro, the campfire roast, and then outro.
Right.
I just
got
added
it.
because it's a feature. I don't really,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
divide it up in more parts, but no, I don't really care.
Right. I got you. I got you.
There's multiple features on YouTube I use satirically.
Yeah.
Oh, have you heard about the bloody dubbing? I hope you have
Yeah,
turned it off on your channel, by the way, because it's channel-wide setting. It's not a client-side setting. The viewers don't have control over it. So if you accidentally click on a video which you don't know the language of, let's say for
Yeah.
instance a Portuguese video, right? I don't
Yeah.
speak Portuguese, and all of a sudden I hear this. And now we start with the video. Welcome for joining my channel. The channel is very good, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? It sounds like
Yeah.
an AI, right?
Yeah.
And I was about to click off, and I was, wait a minute, there's something different going on. So you have to go in settings, the little cog, and then you have to
Yeah.
change the audio dubbing because they added artificial intelligence audio dubbing.
Right. Right.
Well, so you can, like, if you're a creator, you can upload a video that and it does
Mhm.
like AI dubbing over the video for you.
Yeah, I think so.
If
Somebody
you
has
turn it
said.
on.
Yeah, somebody has said to me it must be on my channel.
Ooh, comedic timing is completely off. It's completely off. It doesn't work. It
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
Yeah, because somebody said that they saw one of my I think they said it was in. I'm sure they said Spanish, but I don't know. I would
And we
have
got
thought.
closed captions for that, right? If people
Yeah.
in another language, they can have subtitles, but don't change my voice into some kind of generic, very bad AI that doesn't even know what I say.
Yeah.
Because I have an accent. Because we don't have an accent, Greedy.
No, exactly. We've always been the lucky pair. We've always been the lucky pair. Do you think the way you speak has helped you gain an audience, though? Even though it's definitely not an accent.
It's definitely not an accent, but I did hear what. I mean, sometimes it's like, hey, what is that Indian guy doing? I'm like, wait, do I sound Indian or Russian? And then there's the classic jokes of Danish and German, of course. That tiny country next to the Netherlands.
Yeah, I've had Jamaican.
Jamaica.
And I don't even hear a similarity between like the
Welsh,
way
yeah.
Welsh people speak and the way people from Jamaica speak.
No, I disagree. I think we sound exactly the same.
It's a bit singy-songy, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
But then
Yeah, I
again,
guess.
I mean, they also say that German and Dutch sound the same, and I'm like, no, it doesn't.
No, I don't think it does either. I spend quite a lot of time with German people, and you don't sound German.
Nope.
Yeah, you sound very
But we
different.
can understand Germans. See, this is also, there was like this video about the Untergang, the what the hell's the freaking English name? You know, World War II. Mr. Adolf, you know, is
Oh,
hiding in
yeah,
his
yeah.
bunker.
Oh,
That
tiny
video.
mustache guy.
Yeah.
But that video is also used for you know, meme content, right? And then they put like subtitles under it, like
Yeah.
he's angry that his Xbox doesn't turn on, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it doesn't work for me. I understand what he says, and it's like, no, it doesn't work. Maybe I need the AI subtitle or AI dubbing for
Yeah.
that for it to be funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, because to us it just sounds like incoherent shouting. But if you understand it, I guess you can't add funny context to it because you can
Yeah.
hear the horrific stuff he's actually saying.
Well, I mean, it's still kind of funny. Like, why doesn't my Xbox turn on? Oh, the angry German kid. You know, he wants to play on the
Yeah.
tournament. That's
I'm
an old meme,
terrible
man.
at identifying accents, so really, really bad.
That's a good thing I'm an expert.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it. Like, you know, I wouldn't have been able to even guess where you were from your accent. Not I wouldn't have had a clue.
My accent
wouldn't have
is not, which I don't have, is not
Yeah, oh.
specifically Dutch. You know,
Yeah.
if you hear our prime minister speak English, and it's like, you're supposed to be able to speak English normally. What the are you doing? You know?
Yeah. Mr. Andrat says Dutch and German accents are way different.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I just don't seem very good at it. Like I can't, and what I mean now, I mean by an accent. Let's say, for argument's sake, now we had a Spanish person and a Portuguese person in this room with us now. When they were both speaking to me, I probably wouldn't be able to tell which one of them was from Portugal by their accent.
Probably not. I actually have, you know, done a lot of playtesting with both Spanish and Portuguese people as well in the
Yeah.
playtest teams for video games. And well, they speak English with a rolling R, right?
Yeah.
For instance, if you say Mastercard, they say Mastercard.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of the only distinguishing factor I find in Southern European accents. But
Yeah.
But what is funny is that's actually how Welsh people are supposed to talk, because that's how we roll our R's, but only in Welsh, and and they do it in North Wales a lot more than we do in the south.
Yeah.
But yeah, the North Walians they roll their R's like the Spanish do, and it's weird.
I mean, if you drive from my house around 40 kilometers due west, there's the Frisian language. It's an official language, but even I can't understand, well, more than 50% of it. It's a very...
I've seen something about that. Is it like a tiny little district or a very
it's
small?
one of the provinces, Friesland.
Yeah, in
So
the
basically-
Netherlands, isn't it?
Yeah. And
And
then we have an accent. It's Gronings. You know,
Right.
that's our accent. That's our dialect, actually.
Yeah.
Every province kind of has their own dialect, but Friesland basically has, I guess it's called Frisian, which
Yeah.
is the official language of the area. But if you go, you can basically drive around 50 kilometers in the Netherlands, and you hear a completely different accent. That's
Really?
that's the funny part.
But that being said, though, like I didn't say for the longest time, but I live in Swansea, and Swansea is a city in southwest Wales. But there are multiple accents across Swansea.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know if somebody's from Penlan by their accent, or if they're from a Slavera.
Yeah, but I also think that is the case with a lot of the UK, because I don't know what it's like in the Netherlands other than flat, like the Earth.
Yeah.
But in the UK, it's such a small island, but there's 65 million people on it. So
Yeah.
you know, yes, two towns might be only 15 miles from each other, but they might as well be 50 miles from each other because
It's the exact same here.
it is the same over there.
Yeah. I mean, I said
Yeah.
50 kilometers, but I mean, you could basically go to the other side of the town and the accent in the dialect is already different. They use different
Yeah.
words, they use different intonations. And the funny part is, if I speak, my dialect, Gronings, in the northern western part of Germany, they can understand me.
Right.
That's the funny part. Even some Danish can understand it. It's really strange how that dialect kind of transcends borders and
So is
actual language barriers.
I wonder if, because I don't know if you do, but I find that I tend to be able to understand Irish people and Scottish people when I meet them. And I
Same here.
wonder if it's like, because it's all Celtic, dialects, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's the same thing.
The weird thing is, I can understand Scottish and Irish people as well, as long as they don't really do the heavy accents. But I can understand them even with some heavy accent in there. But that's mostly because I've been online on the internet speaking to so many different languages, so I can basically understand their dialect or their accent in English. And it's sometimes hard to understand, but if I then listen to Americans having trouble actually understanding even basic English, the actual where the bloody language originated, and they're like, "I want to speak American, man." No, wait, hold on. You're not speaking English. What are you doing? What do you think? Why do you think the language is called English?
Yeah.
You did a really good American accent then as well.
I've been around Americans too long. But it's really interesting seeing how America looks at the world. They're a bit sheltered. And in how, I mean, they have like the best technology in the world. They are, you would expect them to be knowledgeable about the world, but they are really, focused on their own country.
Yeah.
That was one of the surprising things I found out the first time I went to America is how few Americans have actually left America.
Have you seen those videos of Americans actually coming to, no, for instance, they come to the Netherlands, right? And then they drive their bike through the Netherlands because we are a bicycle country. Our infrastructure has been designed for that. If you drive your bike in London, you're basically a madman. If you drive your bike in the Netherlands, you're pretty safe because our infrastructure has been designed for it. But they are their eyes are really big, They just they look around and it's like, oh, they didn't tell me about all this awesome stuff. One of them actually went to the little town called little town. I'm gonna get flagged for that. Alkmaar. That is the north of Amsterdam.
Right.
He was standing there with his camera out, and he's like, "Do you hear that? Little birdies in the background, wind noises.
Yeah.
That's not something you hear in America. If you're in America in a town, you hear cars going by, you hear people shouting, you hear all kinds of noises, town noises, and
I will say though, when I was out there, but like I can't remember which trip it was, but I went to New York City, stayed on Times Square, and it is noisy all the time. 24 hours a day, doesn't matter. It is never. I get why they call it the city that never sleeps, because it literally doesn't. But then I went out into, I don't know if Chris is still in the side chat. I think it was a little town called New Hope in Pennsylvania. Absolutely beautiful. It was like something literally out of a movie. It was beautiful there, but it was about, I don't know, 2.5, maybe 3 hour drive from New York City. So the contrast was nuts. We had a couple of nights where you needed to keep your earmuffs on. It's Chris, is New Hope in Pennsylvania? Am I telling the story correctly? But wherever it is, it's a very, very pretty part of that region of America. But the difference between being there and being in New York City was incredible. The sounds, the smells, and In New York City, all you can smell is hot dogs, weed, and anger.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I find the cities interesting to walk through, not live in.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
it's amazing to see. You know, and
yeah,
contrary to popular belief, people in cities are not. You know, I mean, unless you go to Amsterdam, but normal cities. You know,
yeah.
I hate Amsterdam. I'm telling you right now, it's a shithole.
Is
Holy
that a
shit.
common thing with Dutch people? Does everyone hate
No one
that?
likes. So the funny thing is, there's a football match on telly. My dad was watching it. Right, it's Ajax versus PSV. So that's the two top teams in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Ajax is from Amsterdam. PSV is from Eindhoven. That's like the southern part of the country. I tell you right now, the only people cheering for Ajax are the Amsterdam people. Everyone else, just and I don't know what it is. It's just now the town is dirty. You know, it's a very dirty town. And if I go to the town next over, it's clean. So I don't understand what's going on in Amsterdam. Even Rotterdam is clean.
Yeah.
It's still a dirty town, but it's clean compared to Amsterdam.
When you hear people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to Amsterdam," in your mind,
don't go there.
Why?
It's a tourist trap.
Yeah, because it was like, when I go to America, I stay with Chris in New Jersey. New Jersey's bloody great. Everyone is so friendly and everything is chilled out. Certainly where Chris lives, but then, we'd meet other American people while we were out and about, and we're staying in Jersey, and they all unanimously, apart from the people who are from New Jersey, would say, "Why? Why are you staying in New Jersey?" It's cool. I like it, So I suppose there's an element of that as well, isn't there? Like you were saying, Amsterdam is probably just now really meant for people who are not from the Netherlands. It's just, come to Amsterdam and this is what you will think the Netherlands is like now.
I always tell people the Netherlands is tiny enough to do a city trip. If you're coming here for 5 days, do a city trip. And just do all the big cities in all the provinces, Just go from city to city and make a city trip, because holy hell, you're going to get some culture. And also go to Amsterdam so you can see the contrast.
Yeah.
I mean, I said I absolutely despise Amsterdam. It's not entirely true. I mean, Amsterdam is not as bad as I just said, but it's just like it's not part of the Netherlands. They behave different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's arrogance or just, they kind of look down on the rest of I think there's a word for it in English, right? It's like not snobbish, but the other one of the Spice Girls was it, I think. Posh. That's what they are. Yeah.
Posh, yeah. So they think they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They think they're better than other people from the Netherlands.
And then you go to the town and it's like, why does it smell? Don't you clean this town?
So do you think though it's just got so touristy now? It's not an accurate representation of the Netherlands then?
Yeah, if you go into the outer areas of Amsterdam, I think it's still a fairly decent representation of the Netherlands. But the actual center and the southern part, next to the airfield, I don't know. Just get away from there. It's the same for Rome, though. I've been to Rome, and I'm like, I wish I was somewhere else.
Yeah,
it's a tourist trap. Rome is even worse, though. Rome has like, so there's like these little hat selling stalls, right? And I was, I was interested in seeing Vatican City, and I noticed something in the pricing. The closer you get to Vatican City, the stalls are still there, but the prices go up for the little hats. And I'm like, wait a minute, I can buy this hat if I walk down this road for €5 less. What do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's and everywhere is bloody tourists and people trying to sell you stuff. At least Amsterdam is not like that, right?
Yeah. But it's like I enjoy going to Benidorm in Spain. I got a friend out there. We go and stay in his apartment. It's great, but a lot of people hate Benidorm, and I can fully understand why they hate Benidorm, because it is probably the least Spanish place in Spain.
Yeah, it's the the Brits ruined it.
Yeah, it's like Blackpool with nice weather.
That reminds me of what my Spanish friend said. Every holiday, the Brits come here, They arrive white and they go away red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
and all the Spanish are laughing at us because we don't. It's like we haven't figured out how the sun works, and probably best not to be out in it at midday.
I think
That's
that is
why
the
they have
biggest problem.
siestas. They have a reason for it. It's not because
Yeah,
they're lazy. It's
exactly.
because there's a reason for it. You know.
I was speaking to somebody out there a long time ago, and I was having a chat with the chef up the road about it,
Mm.
and I was speaking to this guy, and he was a cook in one of the British bars in
Okay, I
Benidorm.
thought you said something else.
How the hell do you stay in that kitchen for like 12 hours a day? And he said, easy. He said, I have a shower every hour and 20 minutes. And then I go back in and carry on cooking. He said, I'd just
it's what you got to
die of
do.
heat exhaustion.
I just thought you said something else though.
What did you think I said?
He's a cook.
Oh, right, yeah.
The way you said it is like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can't
he's a
say
chef.
that.
He's a chef then. He's a chef. And how
I'll
does a
tell you
chef
what.
manage? But I suppose
The
the way
Dutch word is
Spanish
actually what you
people
said.
feel about- Sorry, mate. Say it again. I talked over you.
So you got cook, right? And then
Yeah.
the Dutch word is kind of similar, but also very similar to what I thought you said. It's exactly the same, by the way.
Right.
Not written the same, but pronounced the same. It's like
dear.
A-OK.
I feel like I'm talking to myself into in trouble. What's Chris saying? Same goes for when you're injured. Yeah, I did. I did get sunburned in New Jersey as
You
well.
burn.
I burn
quick.
so easily.
Yeah.
So easily. I can go from this to the same color as Sebastian from The Little Mermaid in about 2 hours. Remember the photo I sent from London where I went on that a trip on the Thames
Yeah.
down to Greenwich?
Yeah.
Jesus! By the time I got there, if I had taken my clothes off, I'd have looked like a match. My head was glowing red. Oh, we've lost Ragical again. So yeah, you're right, Chris. I did burn. I burn everywhere. I used to get sunburnt reading the brochure when I was going to book a holiday. What happened then, Raj?
Oh, I just wanted to do a little animation.
Oh.
You know, kind of like this. Let's see. I need to be in this position right here. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Come on, clicky. Yeah, there it is. Let's see if it works. Then all of a sudden,
Oh.
there I am. It doesn't fade. I need to work on that.
So the way you were doing this now, this is how you create videos then, Raj, and that's why you can do them at such a rapid rate.
It's basically I played it. It's kind of like I said before. I usually did comments way before I started the channel, right? Like years before. I saw stupid stuff and I just commented on it and started taking the piss out of them in the comments. And someone said, "You need to do this in videos," and I'm like, "Well, first I need a character."
Yeah.
So we came up with Ragical. I don't know.
So what was the reason for going for a character rather than just making videos as yourself?
Consistency.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on screen as well. There's a few videos where people can see me, so I'm not actually that incognito. But what I have right now, like this helmet,
secret.
you know? Sorry?
So your identity isn't like super secret. You have been on camera as you.
There's some streams out there.
Oh.
And also on my own channel.
Yeah, because I had seen you before. I think you had a lot less hair then, if I remember correctly.
I think I need to do the shaving thing like you do. You know?
Yeah.
You have a sponsor for that, by the way, Creaky. You wanna introduce us to your sponsor?
No, I did years and years ago,
right?
but they only sponsored me once. I could take a brand deal from a razor company, most definitely, or somebody who makes toilet plungers, and I could just stick it to my head.
I mean,
There's
I could
guy
use
on
turtle wax on my horns, right?
Yeah. There's a guy on TikTok.
Sensual. Ooh.
I think he's like samurai, so his head is shaved bald on the top, and he's got this big, tall
pony,
and he's seen the plunger thing. Plus we'll have to reach out
Get a
and see if
plunger sponsor.
yeah, get a plunger sponsor, but I'll
Yeah.
just stick it to my head. Everyone's talking about sunburn now. What have I started? I used to burn badly when I was younger. Now I'm in the t-shirts, tights, and shorts from March to September. So I gradually work up to the Sunday solstice. Yeah, I've been exactly the same since I was a kid. The number of times I ended up in hospital, peeling from head to foot. Years ago, a ship sank just off the Gower coast, and I was at the beach when
There's
it
two
sank.
chats.
As
I'm
well.
sorry. I'm losing my mind here. I'm seeing two chats. There's a chat
And,
here and there's a chat there, and I don't know which one is which. Am I
Oh,
watching
is
the
it?
correct one?
Is it because I've got it displayed on screen? Is it? It's making you see multiple instances of it.
Oh, no. I have the chat from YouTube right here, and I have the chat that's inside this, what's this, StreamYard? And it's different. Why is it different?
Yeah, I know. StreamYard is. It just seems like the easiest way to do it for somebody who's as
I'm missing so much here.
technologically inept as me. Brian
I
Pop
completely use OBS, by the way. Also,
Yeah, no, I
I
always
completely
used to.
interrupted you like the rude bastard I am. Go on with your story.
I always used to use OBS as well. Brian Pop Robson just said his wife walked in naked and said, "Is Creaky still on then?" Yes, says I, and my camera is on the live show too.
He's even plugged in. You know?
That's
You want a
evil.
picture as well, Creaky? I can't hear you now.
You can't. I knew that would come up. I knew it would come up. That's why I tried to save my embarrassment by talking about it before we started.
Yeah. It was really funny. But you could still hear me, though, through the speakers, I think, right?
Yeah. I had speakers on as well, and I had my mic set so it wouldn't pick up the speakers. And I don't know the hell I've done it. It amazes me how I managed to navigate the equipment I've got for making videos now. I've got like, I suppose I'm the epitome of that saying, all the gear, no idea.
I can also, up the ante.
I got the camera switcher and everything. I got A10 mini camera switcher, and we still can't work out how to give Callum more space on the screen because
well, we can. We're technically
press
one
that button
feed.
now and see what happens.
What, that button?
No, not that one.
Oh, that one.
That one. Yeah. To see what happens when we go
No,
again.
it doesn't work at all when.
Doesn't it? You've gone altogether.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's got to be on. No pressure.
You got the tiny guy there. Oh,
Yeah.
Wait,
oh yeah.
now.
Yeah. Oh, see, no, I don't like that. That's
No, I know. I hate it.
Now it looks like my stream.
Yeah, I know.
I'm interviewing you guys now.
Yeah.
How do you ever get people on with you, Raj? And how do you do it? Through OBS.
Well, the problem with OBS is you kind of need like a chat room like you have here, right? I never do live streaming. All that much. I think we used to use Google Meets or something.
Yeah.
Or
because that's why I do this.
Thing.
This is easy when I want to bring a guest on. See?
Yeah, it has all the stuff in there. You can just add some backgrounds and some highlights and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm not like doing anything. I'm just looking at my laptop. Callum's controlling everything over there.
Yeah, I got the power over this side.
Yeah.
Well, what I have, the only thing I use OBS for is when I record some gameplay footage. Good thing, is Mr. Android here? He isn't here, right?
He is.
I'm gonna get some. All right, I gotta go, Creaky. I'll see you later. Damn it! I said it. Now I need to do the gaming. Now I really want to have the gaming channel, do stuff. But the problem is that means I have to do work and shit. And
yeah,
I'm really good at procrastinating.
Do you find it? Yeah, I'm semi-professional. Isn't it harder to get people to watch gaming content though because there's so much of it out there already?
Yeah, I mostly just do it because I find it fun and Ragical breaks things. So the thing is, every time I play a bloody game, because I'm a playtester, I used to playtest a lot. I used to know how all the things work in video games. I tend to see things I can break, and then I try, and it usually works.
Yeah, I remember us having a conversation before, and you were talking about like what you do for a living and saying that you go and look for, like that Spiffing Brit guy does like YouTube exploits. You go looking for exploits in games.
So you know where the bugs might be.
Well, I tend to find bugs on my own, or I find bugs through speedrunners. Because normally a game takes around 4 hours to play, right? Speedrunners can do it in 5 minutes. And it's really fun to see the developers look at those videos. Like, for instance, Half-Life 2. That's one of the most known games. Well, it's kind of an old game now. But the developer had like this entire world, right? He had like they had like a hovercraft type creature, hovercraft type vehicle, and you had to go through all kinds of dams and do all kinds of puzzles, and it was an entire experience. So he finally gets to that area, and the developer of this map, who has worked around 1.5 years on this entire scenario, he's like, you can see him anticipating, and what does this guy do? He parks the vehicle up against a tire, against a wall, and starts humping it. You know, just pushing it and humping it. And what that does is, because the engine was on, it constantly adds more momentum, and it just goes out of what the game engine can do. And at some point, when you jump in, you fly up all the way around, and you land at the end area. And he's like, but my level. He was really disappointed because he saw nothing. He was like, what is he going to do there? Because I tried to, try and stop him. Doesn't even play it. He just goes from the start to the end point within a minute. And the entire 1.5 years is not seen on the speed runs. It was so disappointed.
I've always wondered about that, because I always I don't know how much like GTA you've played, for example, but the GTA Online races always used to annoy me, because how is the lap record 5 seconds when it takes me 6.5 minutes to get around?
Momentum exploits.
Yeah,
Exactly what I just explained. If you somehow
it's the same
can
thing.
exploit the game. But it's
So
in
is
the
it
game,
like
right?
it in the game, it's just most people don't know to go looking for them, Raj, is it?
Well, it usually doesn't come up, or it's an accident and someone posts a video, and then someone with more knowledge about the game starts to look into the code and sees some kind of value that starts to amplify, and then you get like a buffer overflow of a certain variable. And if that happens, you can use that extreme value to do something else. It's kind of like you're programming the game that's already programmed by exploiting certain things in the scripting. And that's how speedrunning works.
Right.
It's like exploiting the game using the tools inside the game.
So you've got to understand the language that's used to create the game then, is it? To like write the
Not
song?
necessarily. You can also just, try again and just use your gaming skills. But sometimes people look into the code and see why something works.
Right,
But yeah, you had to see the look on the face of the guy. 1.5 years, and he's like, when you see the expression on my face, that's exactly what his was.
You look distraught
He's like,
and furious.
that's what he did.
Think about being an actor.
You know what's funny? This somehow has emotion. I've heard it before. It's like, I can see what you're thinking, and it's like, but it's just a little PNG guy. You have it on your thumbnail as well, but somehow it's expressive. It's really strange.
I think I've always found this with your videos and with Sir Six videos. It's the movement of the character that sort of replaces the facial expressions. I know Sick will sometimes put like eyebrows on the night, or that sort of thing. But I think it's the positioning, the way you kind of move him around the screen is what makes it.
Or the simple pauses.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone says really stupid things, right? And I just do something like this.
Yeah.
That's all I do. And it's not even that, because this is more 3D, right? Maybe I'm not the real Ragical. Maybe the real Ragical shows up. I could do that.
CG. But no,
sorry, go ahead. Okay.
No, I was just going to say, like I say, even though, you can't express anything sort of facially, I think you've got around it with the way the character's animated. Well, it does for me anyway, because like you were saying about making little movements. Sometimes the funniest bits in your videos you haven't even really said much. It's just, do you know what I mean? It'll just be
Yeah.
like, it's a
Just cuts to the character, and
gesture.
it's like he's just standing
Yeah.
there, like, the fuck? It doesn't even say
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because I get that as well. I'll get comments. Like I always try to like put the funniest things I can think of in the videos, but then sometimes people will say they'll comment and say, "Oh, I was almost wet my pants when you said this," and I was like, "But I didn't think that was funny or a joke." So it's how it's received as well as how it's delivered, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I
It's good
think it's
take it.
mostly because I'm not entirely filtered. I just say what's on my mind, and sometimes just an expression of the night that doesn't have an expression is enough to get across what I'm thinking. Or
Yeah,
I see a lot of comments that say, "You just said something that was exactly what I was trying to type." And I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh, yeah, that's kind of the point." I'm trying to get
yeah.
YouTube comments I usually leave, and I put them in a video. That's the entire idea. I make silly
Mm.
videos, and it's just fun. Also, this one doesn't. Wait. See, I'm still reaching.
Yeah, your
Because it's-
microphone has swapped sides now. It was the other side earlier.
Is it?
Yeah,
No, I don't think it was.
I'm sure it. Oh, that might have
It's
been
not
before
even
you
on
put-
though.
That might.
I
Oh, it's
have a
not.
mic
Is it? Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
you're using the lav mic, and that's right.
Let's see. I can also do this. I think maybe. Like, oh yeah, there we go. All right, now I make sense. Yeah, now I make sense. Look, this is my arm.
Oh,
In case you were wondering, it's not someone else. And all of a sudden the arm comes in like this. I can't do it. My arm is not long enough. But like this.
I don't know what's happened. The chat is frozen for me again.
that always happens to you. The
Yeah,
chat
I'm sure it's
freezes.
because I'm using the old Wi-Fi over here, and I am
Maybe.
not
See, now it
not the
makes sense.
proper one. But good evening, Ben Speed. How are you, pal? Slept late, did you? Hang on a second.
I see
His
that.
Ragical
You're reading
channel
it here.
as you was pretty close, if I remember. Yeah, almost. My channel was July 2018. That's when I created it, and I think it was August. It was either August or September. And
I think
Ragicals
I was before the summer and you were after the summer. That's
Yeah.
how I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I appeared not long after you, when it was around the same time as Fight the Flat Earth, and
I remember
Well,
when
it
your
was-
videos were like this. Something like this, very, very close to the screen.
yeah,
We were
very-
talking about that the other day.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, very close
like
to the
a
screen.
huge head in the screen there.
Yeah.
With Creaky Blinder behind it. And I'm like, who's this guy?
Yeah, and I was just all it was is because I was working from my office in the sign shop. I was just trying to hide as much of the background as I could because it was in hell of a state. And then I found
there's
an old
always a
black
reason.
curtain, hung that up, and
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
always a
well,
reason.
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Stuff behind my green screen is technically stuff that could be on screen because it's kind of a media wall for
Yeah.
streaming.
Yeah.
I've got my PC right behind me. You can just see the huge, the way too big 4090 that's in there. Stupid
Yeah.
thing. The stupid thing about that is my case is like this, and I had to extend it a little bit so the bloody video card could fit inside. It's
Do you know-
longer than the bloody case.
A friend of mine, right? He's been into PC gaming for years and years. Kicking chicken, I'm talking about.
Right, yeah.
And he's got a PC, Ragical, right? It's as big as my desk, and it's water cooled or liquid cooled, whatever you call it. But
Yeah.
it's got the radiator out of a mini car.
Then he's doing some serious overclocking.
Oh yeah,
I used to
yeah,
do
yeah,
that
yeah.
as well. Not to that
Yeah.
extent though, but I used to do the overclocking stuff as well. And it was back in the day, where you could actually fuck up the computer instead of, you click a button and, hey, magic, we have 300 more megahertz. And
Yeah,
you don't have to think about anything else. It's
yeah.
become too easy.
But he'll buy the newest graphics card that just come out now, and then if a new one comes out in 2 months' time, he'll just get rid of the old one to buy. He's always got to have the newest.
Is he still streaming Kicking Chicken?
I'm not sure, but he streams on Twitch, or he always used to, and he was
Yeah.
really successful at it as well. He did it for years and years.
The only
But,
reason if I would ever actually upgrade in this day, just right now, to a
Yeah.
5090, is if I were doing AI video making, and that's not something I'm gonna do.
No,
So
no.
32
Because everyone
gigabytes is still not enough.
Yeah, everyone says my PC is more than adequate to do what I do, but why do I have so many bloody issues then? It's got to be user error. Got to be. Oh, dear me. Anyway, I'm getting to the point of the evening now where my bladder is so full that I'm going to have to consider starting to wind this stream down. But
That does remind me of something, though. There's like this old meme, before you piss yourself, by the way. I'll make it short. Now, there's like this very old meme about Battlefield. You know, there was a gamer in Battlefield that's like an old man, and he already played the game like the original Battlefield, and he's the best in the game ever. And all of a sudden he says like, "What's the matter, boy?" The newbie gamer, right, who's trying to you know, be on his team and learn from the old school gamer. "What's the matter, boy? Are you going away? We're trying to play the game here. Don't you have a shitting bucket?" Like literally, he has a hole in his chair, and that's his shitting bucket. He doesn't leave his PC.
That's what I need. That's the one thing I regret, was not having a toilet put in out here when I had the studio built.
Yeah.
I should have not been so mean and spent the extra few £100 and had my own toilet, but I didn't. But anyway, give us 2 minutes, Ragical. We're just going to say toodle pip to everyone, and we will speak to you again after the end card. So I will add a link to Ragical's channels below this video. I didn't do it before because I'm just bloody useless at stuff like that, but I'll make sure it goes in there.
You can do the @ right? @Ragical. That's the new
Yeah,
stuff,
I'll do that. I'll do that so that you know it's done as well, then, and people can come over and have a look at what you do. And I think if you have
videos I make,
yes, in 2 hours, that's impressive, mate. Very impressive. Very impressive. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Thank you to everybody who became a channel member, and to everyone who gifted channel memberships. I think it was Dob Views tonight, wasn't it? There we are. Ragical's link is in the side chat. Because Callum can do 2 things at once, unlike me. I discovered last week, Ragical, as well, right, that I think you jumped in the stream last week. That I can't read, and
you can't read and eat a sandwich at the same time.
That's right. Yeah, I noticed that every time I started to read again, I was stopping chewing, and then when I stopped reading, I would continue, you know, to read. So I can't read and
Paris Hilton, eat your heart out.
Yeah, that was that.
Honestly, it's my greatest moment. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you again. We'll see you soon, probably. Love you. Bye.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.